Coming up next on This Week in Torrance.
Two crosstown rivals meet up to raise money for Torrance high schools.
Then a local eatery offers quite the deal on its pizzas. Find out which unconventional holiday they were celebrating.
And a popular women's club in Torrance is using their love of fashion to raise money for a few lucky students.
Plus, we get a backstage pass to a popular movie that's coming to life on stage with the West High Theater Department. We'll take you there. These stories and much more are just seconds away.
Your local news starts right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Chun.
And I'm Ben McCain. Thanks for joining us. Here are your top stories. Well, you might have woken up to a new type of alarm clock recently when a 4.4 earthquake shook the Los Angeles area. Experts say in the wake of a timber, especially of this size, it's a good time to go over your emergency plan with your family and get prepared for the next one with an emergency kit. On the city's website, you'll find information on emergency home supplies, to preparedness brochures, and other helpful information to ensure you and your family are well prepared. If you're putting together an emergency kit this week, here are some essentials to consider. Have at least 1 gallon of water available per day per person. Gather easy-to-prepare foods and canned goods and snacks. A manual can opener, flashlight, radio and batteries, cell phone and chargers. First aid kits are always good to have on hand. Medication, personal hygiene supplies, unscented bleach in case you need to purify your water, and copies of your personal documents. Put aside a little extra cash in small denominations. Pack spare clothes and shoes for everyone in your household. Blankets or sleeping bags, pet supplies including food and water, and specialty care items for children and seniors. For more helpful tips, go to torranceca.gov/TPD and click on Disaster Preparedness.
California drought is a major concern for many officials, and now the City Council has asked residents to be water wise. The ordinance set in place will ban daytime outdoor watering between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. It also limits outdoor watering to 3 days a week and will require any water leaks to get fixed within 7 days. The last time water restrictions were put in place was in 2009. Water use decreased by 17%. The ordinance applies to all municipal customers, and according to officials, irrigation is 40% of all residential water in Torrance. Officials are urging residents to conserve water due to long-term uncertainty.
Municipal elections are just a few short months away, and now Torrance residents can go to one website to get all the information they need to be prepared come June 3rd. The city's new website, torrancevotes.org, launched a week ago. There you'll find information on how to register to vote, how to vote by mail, and where to go on Election Day. Torrancevotes.org offers neutral information on how the public can be more educated about candidates and local politics. Be sure to check it out, and if you have any questions, you can contact the clerk's office at 310-618-2931 or email cityclerk@torranceca.gov.
Torrance Senator Ted Lieu may just get the help he needs to appeal to a greater voting pool. Lieu announced that former Los Angeles Mayor Richard Riordan will officially back his campaign to succeed Henry Waxman. The endorsement could be helpful to Lieu as he tries to appeal to Republicans and undeclared voters in the 33rd Congressional District. Riordan's backing could also help Lieu in the politically dominant west side part of the district, where he's not as well known as in his South Bay home base. Although 21 people have filed for the June 3rd primary ballot for Waxman's seat, only the top 2 finishers in June, regardless of party affiliation, will compete for the seat in the November general election.
Police are on the lookout for 2 suspects who attempted to break into a house in the 5100 block of Zacon Road on February 20th. One suspect is described as a Hispanic female in her late 20s to early 30s, 130 to 140 pounds, black long hair in a ponytail, and a large scar on the right side of her face. The other is a black adult male in his late 20s to early 30s, 165 pounds, long black hair, teeth slightly pushed out, wearing a white construction hat and gray electrician jumpsuit with a Utah shoulder patch. The suspect's vehicle is a gold, older model Mercedes 190 E-Class with a black hood and black stripes on the side of the car. The female suspect knocked on the victim's door while the male suspect climbed to the second story of the house from the backyard. The victim later discovered one bedroom had been ransacked. If you have any information, call the Torrance Police Department at 310-328-3456.
Getting the classes you want as a freshman in college just got easier, especially if you're a South Bay resident. Priority registration will be available to high school graduates living within El Camino College's school district. Students must complete a 4-step application process by March 31st. New and returning students must complete an application online or in person. Then all new students must participate in an orientation. Third, an assessment test must be completed prior to registering for class. And lastly, students must see a counselor to develop an education plan. All 4 steps must be complete by the end of the month. For more information, go to elcamino.edu/priority-registration. The fall semester begins August 23rd.
Recent college grads who took a stab at creating a 60-second spot for Tesla, the luxury electric car company, were applauded for their creativity and even caught the attention of Tesla CEO Elon Musk.
Ready for takeoff.
The commercial titled Modern Spaceship features a boy getting into the driver's seat of a Tesla and the boy imagining he's piloting a spaceship. The commercial was shot in the home of a roommate's father who owns a Tesla. The creative minds behind the commercial are 24 and 25-year-old recent grads R.J. Collins and James Kabushani, both Southern California natives. They started a production company called Everdream Pictures and said to have spent $1,500 to pay for hotel, gas, and food for a 15-person crew, a rather low cost compared to what most ad agencies would have spent on a 60-second commercial. Tesla recently posted the ad on its Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts, giving the creators a big shout-out and hints at a possible partnership. Tesla has a service center in Torrance serving Los Angeles and Orange counties. They're located at 237th Street near Crenshaw Boulevard.
The Torrance City Council had a few community matters to discuss this week. The city accepted and appropriated $34,250 to use for startup materials for the Toyota Sports Complex. Funding was available from the donations received for the donor wall. Now, to give you a little history about the donor wall, back in November, the council approved a donor wall sponsorship program to provide the community with an opportunity to contribute to the project and be recognized. Fast forward to February, the city accepted donations totaling $47,450, while the top contributor on that donor wall was Continental Development Corporation for $10,000. Toyota Motor Corporation was the biggest benefactor, donating $500,000 to fund the field. Next, in Community Matters, the Metropolitan Water District Board's Director Russell Lefevre spoke on the Sacramento Bay Delta water issues and the current drought. You can catch replays of the recent council meeting right here on CitiCABLE 3 on Time Warner Cable or Channel 31 on Verizon Fios every Wednesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. You can also watch online at torranceca.gov.
Still ahead, the deadline for health care is just around the corner. We'll tell you how to get covered and avoid a fine.
Plus, spring is in full bloom around.
Hi. It was fine. Just got here. They seem nice. It's pretty good. Yeah. I'm excited.
2014.
Miss you too, Mom.
Rivals UCLA and USC met up recently to help a charity group raise money for area schools. Reporter Julie Chan has the story.
Bill Atkinson, athletic director of West High, appreciates the local Rotary clubs working together to provide a unique fundraiser luncheon to support high schools in Torrance.
I just love what they do for us. It's really great. It's a huge event. We sell out the DoubleTree every year, and it's really cool. We bring USC Trojan Horse there, and I'm one of the sponsors of that, and I think that there's a lot of camaraderie.
Mayor Scotto, a local Rotary member, has enjoyed the past 5 years of the USC-UCLA luncheon, which includes a speaker from each team before the big football game.
That is how you respond to problems or challenges.
The Rotaries together raised nearly $8,000 at the November luncheon, and at this gathering give out checks to each of the athletic departments.
We started out with $1,500 and through some shrewd management got it up to $1,900 this year.
Really, it's the public support that weighs much more heavier than those dollars that come into us.
George Mannon is also a Rotary member. Aware of the budget cuts, he knows the $1,900 check each athletic department received will be put to good use.
It helps our athletic teams tremendously, takes a little bit of a burden off of them to try to raise money beyond what they are already trying to raise money for.
The money helps to pay for athletic equipment or clocks that go out in the gym. The Rotary Club's luncheon highlights the crosstown rivalry while making a difference. Reporting for Torrance City Cable, I'm Julie Chan.
Thanks, Julie. All 4 local Rotary clubs join forces once a year for this fundraising opportunity.
The deadline to sign up for health care is almost here. Reporter Jacqueline Sarkeesian stops by one local insurance agency to find out more.
Dave Turpinning Insurance Agency and approximately 10,000 other licensed and certified California brokers are working hard to get California covered.
Really getting every person we can, every family member covered.
4.5 to 6 million people in California are currently not insured. Since open enrollment began on October 1st, about 1 million people have signed up. That's less than half of Covered California's goal to get people insured in the first year.
For the general population, I think it's been a pretty frustrating process.
Bennett says people are discouraged to sign up for healthcare mainly due to limited access to the website and not being able to talk to an agent.
A lot of people, unfortunately, I think have given up. You know, they were on hold for 2-3 hours a couple of times.
Here at Dave Turpinning Insurance Agency, they have 6 to 7 agents working to make it easy for you to sign up.
We will probably be here until 1 or 2 in the morning on the 1st.
With expected high volumes of calls on March 31st, the agency is prepared.
It doesn't hurt to try again, not just to avoid the tax penalty, but to get your family covered.
People not insured by March 31st will have to pay a penalty of $95 or 1% of your total adjusted gross income. The agency said they will do all the heavy lifting to make sure people get the right plan and get covered. Reporting for Torrance City Cable, I'm Jacqueline Sarkeesian.
Thanks, Jacqueline. If you need help signing up for health care, you can find out more by visiting coveredca.com.
The cherry blossom trees are in full bloom all over Torrance. There are over 83 trees at Columbia Park. Reporter Julie Chan was there for the Cherry Blossom Festival.
Japanese odori dancers dressed in full kimono and were one of the many performers at the 3rd annual Cherry Blossom Festival.
So it's the time to come together, enjoy, eat great food, watch wonderful performances.
Entertainment was planned by the Torrance Community Services Department. SGI, or Soka Gakkai International, a Buddhist group, was one of the major sponsors and donor of the cherry blossom trees.
Target is 500 cherry trees donated to 2030, so to all over city of Torrance.
Behind me is a cherry blossom tree, and today's festival signifies the beauty of these trees and celebrates the pink blossoms on them. In Japan, it's a popular celebration since these trees only bloom for 2 weeks out of the year.
Kaori Takagi explains what happens in the parks of Japan while the trees are in full bloom.
Some people throw like a small party at their own section. Some hardcore people will bring their karaoke machine.
The festival in Torrance included food vendors, and the most popular was the shave ice. Izumi Coombs says it's a favorite in Japan as well.
Every festival has a lot of shaved ice stores, so not only one. They did like a competition, which one is their favorite, you know. They use different waters, like a syrups, a little different taste.
With over 25 craft vendors selling, Japanese groups sharing their mission, and people watching the performances, there was a little something for everyone. Reporting for Torrance City Cable, I'm Julie Chan.
Thanks, Julie. Cherry blossom trees are known to need a lot more water than what sprinklers provide, so the SGI group not only donates the trees, but also goes out on Sundays to water them. For more information on other cultural events in Torrance, go to torranceca.gov.